What's good, gang?
What's good, bro?
Thick as Steve
Thick
podcast.
as Steve's. Where you at?
Bro, that's my hat, dog.
We can't look at each other right now because Aliki has something prepared.
Can we do the podcast like this usually? Because you're a little difficult to look at.
That's why I bought my sunglasses today, actually, because I thought we were doing a normal podcast. But,
But you got your eyes fixed, though.
well, sunglasses, it makes you look a little bit more melanated, so.
Okay.
What? I want to talk about cash.
Aliki is the reason we are sitting back to back. I haven't seen David all day. I forgot what he looks like.
We're playing a game.
Yeah, we're playing some kind of game. Aliki, tell us about the game.
Okay. Each of you have an item under your seat. Go ahead and put it in your lap.
Okay. Oh, yo, what?
Wait, I can keep this after we're done, right?
What is this, bro?
Okay, let's see
All
what
right.
each of you. So David, don't look. Nate,
I'm not looking.
Okay.
Okay.
Nate, you don't look.
All right, I'm not looking.
David, show yours to camera.
I'm looking,
Almost
dude.
feel
I'm,
like we
I'm,
should
lo-
just-
I'm looking.
I feel
Wow,
like
that's crazy.
We should just give these away after the podcast.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so we're playing a game called What's in My Lap? You must take turns asking each other yes or no questions to determine the other's item. When you feel ready, you can take a guess at what the other's item is.
Okay.
But that guess will count as your turn.
Okay.
The first one to guess correctly wins. The loser will have to eat an umeboshi plum.
What is it? What is that?
I don't know what that
What
means.
is it? Umabo? Is that Japanese?
Is that a ubi? Is that like the ubi schnooby plum?
Oh no.
And here's a hint. Each
No,
of
you just
has-
didn't. No, you didn't explain. What is an Ubanoshi plum?
It's a Japanese sour plum.
Okay. All right. I like sour stuff. Let's do it.
Like an
I'm gonna
olive.
slip-
And here's a hint. Each of you has a common item, but there's something unique about it. You have to guess both the item and the uniquity.
Wait, who's first?
Rock, paper, scissors.
Okay, ready? Without looking.
On shoot.
On shoot. All right, ready? And hold on. Ready? And rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Who won?
Nate.
Okay, cool. You're
Let's
first.
go. Okay, so I gotta guess what this man's item is. Okay. Would you use it in the kitchen?
No.
Okay.
Okay. Would you use it in the bedroom?
Potentially. It depends on how, you know.
I feel like
depends
this was yes
It
or
depends
no.
on how freaky you want to get. You feel me?
He's like, if you want to get freaky, that's any item, bro. I could use a lens if I want to.
Okay. Let's say no. Let's say no to that.
Okay, got you.
Is anything about it based on pop culture?
Yes. Is what you have an everyday use object?
Yes.
Okay.
Is it? Does it have to do with a show, whether a cartoon or a animated or well, that's a cartoon.
No.
Okay.
Okay. Would you use it in the kitchen?
No. Well.
Come on, bro. I feel like,
Okay. No. All right. No.
dang, bro, it's a hard one.
That's a crazy.
That's the only two
that's
rooms
a
in the house
crazy
that I'm
question.
aware of.
Okay. It's pop culture, right? Okay, so a movie. Does it have to do with a movie? Or like something to do with movies?
Yes. Does yours have anything to do with fashion?
Yes. Is it a specific movie? Is it a movie reference? Hold on. Is it a movie reference that we would both know?
I'll say yes. Is it an undergarment?
No.
Okay.
It's an item. I need to hone in on the item itself. Okay, I'm going to ask you the same question. Is it something you would use in the bedroom?
Yes. Good question. All right.
I figured since you asked it, it probably.
That's why I did the kitchen one. That's why we think it's thieves.
That's why we think it's thieves. Okay.
That's why they called it that. It's an episode of Family Guy. All right. Do chefs wear it?
Chefs do not wear this item.
Okay. Oh man, I feel like I'm dying on that thing, on that cross. All right, go ahead.
Is it something? Is there a sexual nature to it?
No.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask you the same one. Is it a sexual nature to yours?
I'm gonna say no, but when you guess it, you'll know why it's ambiguous.
Oh my gosh, it's hard.
What?
Look at these.
The answer is no, David.
Okay, so yeah, this man trying to throw me off, bro. I'm answering honestly.
Okay, no. All right. So does it go on a bed?
Yes.
Okay.
Would I want to wear what you have?
No.
Okay.
Is it a pillow?
Yes, but you got to be more specific.
Well, that's not a guess. That was a question.
Can it be used in a bathroom?
I mean, no, it's not It's not specific to a bathroom.
Okay.
No. Okay, so it's a movie reference on a pillow. Okay, I'm gonna go with genre then. Let me get that. Is it a comedy?
You're not looking, right?
No.
Yes.
The genre is comedy. Okay. All right, your turn.
I'm gonna pause both of you guys. I'm gonna say a hint for both of you.
Okay.
For you, Nate, I would just ditch the genre angle. David, I would focus on the fashion angle.
Is it an item you wear on your feet?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know how to narrow in on a movie. We know so many movies. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how to get... Like, what question do I ask if I can't go genre?
I don't know, bro. At this point, I feel like you're just wasting my time. Hurry up.
Is it a specific movie?
No. Do the shoes represent any characters?
No.
Okay.
Does yours represent any characters?
Yes. Good question. Okay, so
Oh, wow.
are they
It's a tight race.
slippers?
They're not slippers. No.
Okay.
Dang, why am I so nervous right now?
It's like a
I'm trying to think.
game.
I'm on the spot and I'm trying to think of like how to narrow down on this movie. Okay, but it's not a specific movie. So, and it's a character. Is it a character that's part of a series of movies?
Yes.
Okay.
You do wear it on your feet. Is it socks?
Nope.
Okay.
Is it a superhero movie?
Yes.
Superhero. Okay. All right.
Okay, so
Dang, I'm out of my
is
element a little bit.
does yours have to do with pop culture?
No.
Bro. What item do you have, bro? It's on your feet. It's not okay, gotcha. Go ahead.
Okay, superhero movie. Is it Marvel?
No.
Okay.
Could you find these shoes at Spencer's?
I don't think so, but I mean they're kind of absurd. I'll give you that they're kind of absurd. You know, Spencer's has some.
I was gonna guess that they're like shoes with, shaped like a penis.
Nah. Okay, superhero movie, not Marvel, so it's got to be DC. I don't know that many DC. Let me narrow it down here. Is it a hero?
No.
Okay.
You wear it on your feet. It's shoes. Absurd shoes. Do the shoes have pictures on them?
No. All right. It's a villain. Does this villain, DC villains do? I don't know that many DC villains, to be honest. Does this villain have superpowers?
Honestly, I would say don't go the villain route.
Is it a fictional character?
No. Do you wear these shoes in the water?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Like it definitely would be useful in the water.
Got you. Okay.
It doesn't have to be. Okay, is it an actor?
Yes.
Okay, so we're talking about a man in D.C.
Are they male or are they for men?
Both. Gender neutral. I don't know that many DC films. Are they The Rock? Dwayne Johnson.
Yes.
Oh, shoot. Wait, is that it?
You
A
got
Dwayne
it.
Johnson pillow?
Yes.
That's it?
You got it.
Oh, The Rock.
On
It's a pillow that's a rock?
The rock on a pillow.
Oh, let's go.
Look.
Yo, what in the world? That's
All right.
crazy. Okay.
Bro, I'll probably
Here,
have 30
I'm
more
gonna give you some
questions.
hints. Let's go. Here's a hint. The kitchen angle, where I was talking about the kitchen, there's something about the kitchen that would make these make sense. And it has nothing to do with the shoe angle.
Is it a food item in the kitchen?
Yes.
Okay. Is it in the meat section of it, in the food?
It is meat. Yes.
Is it a hot dog?
No.
Is it steak?
No.
Is it chicken?
No.
Fish?
Sort of. Not technically.
Is it not technically?
Not technically, but it. What's the more
Oh,
general?
is it a
What's the more general version of fish? Like go up a level of
is it
abstraction.
an aquatic meat?
It's an aquatic meat.
Okay.
Seafood is what I was
It's
trying to get you to
seafood.
say.
Got you.
Like,
Aquatic
hey,
meat is another way of saying
chef, I would like the aquatic meat.
aquatic
please.
meat.
Yes.
That's more sophisticated. All right. Is it a lobster?
Yes, dude. So, lobster what?
Is it lobster shoes?
Not shoes. Get specific with the shoes, bruh.
Is it lobster claw shoes?
No, but get specific with the shoes, bruh. The type of shoe, bruh.
Oh, is it a lobster croc?
No,
All right.
but very close.
Lobster flip flops.
Yes. Look at these joints, bro.
Bro, what the? These aren't slippers?
No, that's not. A slipper is like closed-toed, and they're like made of like you stick your feet in, they're warm.
Got
like
you.
these are like slides.
I deadass thought slippers were just like you slip your feet in them.
Oh, well, look at
Dang,
dude,
bro.
now you know what I was talking about.
That was hard.
Could they be used in a?
In the kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're back in our original positions. David is the loser. I
They
think
gave
this
me a
is the-
Culver's bag because it's.
Yeah.
Look at it.
If you throw up, this looks like a.
Go ahead.
What does that look like, bro?
Go ahead.
For real?
No, I got it.
No, hold up, for real. Let me do it. Let me
Does
feed
it smell
you.
bad?
I actually don't think it smells that
Let me
bad.
see.
It smells. Here, smell it.
Let me prepare for
Smell it. I don't think it smells that bad. That don't smell bad, does it?
No,
that
not-
fish sauce smelled bad though.
It's steaming. Why is it steaming, Aliki? Has steam coming off of it.
All right, dude, let's do it. Let's get it.
What is this again?
It's a Japanese umeboshi plum. It's a sour plum.
People eat it in their food. I have to eat the whole thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, people eat it.
It's a ubi schnooby plum.
It's sour? Y'all Nick, bruh.
Japanese people really
Bro, I don't think this is gonna be as bad as the fish sauce, bro. It doesn't smell bad.
That's easy for you to say, sir. All right.
That fish sauce, I did not.
Let's
go.
I
3,
really-
2, 1. Go, David! Go, David! Yeah! Eat it! Eat it! Eat it! Bite into
That's
it.
disgusting. Bro, it's no joke. The taste is enough, bro. That is disgusting.
What does it taste like?
Like,
A ubi schnooby plum?
yeah. Ugh. It tastes like Takis mushed
It's
up.
spicy?
Yeah, it tastes like Takis mushed into a smoothie with non-fat Greek yogurt in it. Like, it has that sourness of the yeast.
Let's do a little media review real quick. We both watched this.
Before we do a media review, let me review that nasty ass plum I just ate. How about that?
Go ahead.
0 out of 10.
It's episode 5, and I'm just curious as to why you haven't subscribed yet. Like, what's wrong with you? What's actually wrong with you? Like, you're watching the video, so hit the subscribe button. Like, I'm tired of this, bro. Like, David, they keep doing this where they're just gonna watch it and just not. Like, we're giving you content.
I have a solution for you.
Give it to me. We're giving you content. Subscribe. Do it. Man, I'm tired of playing with these people, bro. Like, we got the most No, I'm just Okay, that'll do
cool.
it.
That was good.
You and I watched the Netflix series Beef. It was #1 on Netflix for a while. And I thought it had I thought it was a pretty good show, so I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I know we we have a few thoughts here, so yeah.
Bro, I mean, I love the show. I binged it in like 3 days. It's like 30 minutes a piece. Like if you're wanting to check it out, like everyone in the nation has watched it at this point. But I love the show. I thought it was fantastic. On a base level, I would recommend it across the board. It's one of the better limited TV series that Netflix has put out. I think I love seeing the perspective of like just not talking about just the show as a art, but more just like I love seeing the perspective of different cultures. I feel like the writer and the actors in that show, Stephen Yoon, I can't remember who wrote it, but they really put a lot of themselves in it. Mm-hmm. Even the other actor, I think it's Ali or something like that. I can't remember her name.
Yeah, Ali Wong.
Ali Wong, but
she's a comedian.
Is she?
Yeah, like that's her main thing.
I did not know that.
Well, I say that she like writes. She's a comedy writer and stuff, but she does stand up. Like she's got several specials.
That makes sense. She's, I think she did great. I think just people, they put a lot of that that different Asian tropes in there, like that they deal with, like specific racist things from like older generations, and like kind of the pressure of like that they get from parents, and like there was a scene in there where the husband was upset at the other protagonist of the show because he didn't like that he was Japanese, like little stuff like that. Like his pride got a hold of him, so he was like, "Let me go do this." Yeah. I just love seeing those little, because I'm not privy to.
You could also still tell that story without those things. So those things are just like intentional, like that makes for better
world
dialogue.
Building.
Yeah, exactly.
It's world building.
Yeah.
What about you? What did you like about it?
Well, I mean, I thought cinematography was great. I thought the premise was funny. Like, you know what I mean? It's just two people who are kind of miserable that just like rage out at each other. One of my favorite things, I think, was, specifically the last episode to me was really impressive. So it felt like the second to last episode, you could just basically have ended the show there or whatever. And so I was like, oh, we have a whole nother episode. I wonder what they're going to do. And it was really cool that they basically, they're spoilers, they're stranded, you know what I'm saying, out in the middle. Like they both ruined each other's lives to a point that they're like definitely in some deep shit. And then they get taken to their lowest moment. I mean, they're literally injuring each other.
Oh, they're almost.
Yeah.
Spoilers ahead. They're almost dead.
Yeah, they're having a close to death, near death experience, close to death. And near death experience. Nice. And then, then they take a psychedelic, and off the psychedelic, they're forced to just sit and talk with each other because they're both like dying, and they're like extremely sick as a result. But then they start unpacking things and realizing that they're both kind of dealing with the same underlying types of things.
Problems, yeah.
Right, they've all been depressed. And along your line of themes as well, there was one theme of basically like, you see it several times through the movie. He was where the guy, I forgot the main character's name, but he says to Allie's character, like, yo, like, do I just have to get to your level of finance in order for like me to stop feeling like this, right? Mm-hmm. And she was basically like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Like
it's deeper than that.
It's a fleeting moment. But she felt the same way with the billionaire. She had asked the same thing of the billionaire.
Yeah.
And the billionaire was like, nah, like it's fleeting.
It's deeper than that.
Yeah.
There's a hierarchical, like they talk about, it's like that kind of money doesn't buy happiness kind of theme. Is that what you're kind of saying? Yeah. You ever heard of a log line?
But
I know, I definitely feel better when I have more money.
Yeah.
Like it's one
like
less
I'm not
problem.
hungry.
Like downplaying this writer's like whole. No. You talked about themes. You know what a log line is? Mm-hmm. Do you?
Is it a log line where? Oh, actually, Slick, no.
So a log line is like.
Is that like exposition in the?
It's traditionally used for pitching, like TV shows, movies.
Oh, right. Okay, no, never mind. I did see that. That's why it was on the that masterclass.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's for the audience, if you don't know, it's traditionally used as a 1 to 2, sometimes 3 sentence kind of one line that describes the.
It's a synopsis.
Synopsis describes the TV show, movie, whatever performing media. Because log lines can be used for anything. I mean, a book even. But it's like usually they say if you don't have a log line, you don't have a movie. and a lot of the typical tropes within a log
Like you're
line is
saying, like
having-
if you can't explain the movie in an elevator pitch,
you don't have a good,
Okay.
something's wrong with your story. You can format it and like fix that.
Yeah.
But usually that include, like most cases, it includes irony and something like that. And I was thinking about what was the log line for this show, and I was like, dude, actually, it's pretty cool. Like, and I don't have it off the top of my head, but if I was to guess, it'd be like, two people get in a road rage incident that leads them down a treacherous path of hate and internal self-reflection.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it is just
Yeah.
between two people who just like
yeah,
are road raging. It starts off with this, first of all, wonderfully shot chase scene,
Yeah.
which you don't see many of those nowadays. They're very rare. I mean, it wasn't on the level of the Batman, but it's like for what it's trying to do. It starts off with that, right? And then you think like, oh, they're just gonna. That was the end of that. We're gonna dig into Steven's character or Allie's character, and then you're like, oh, these converge at some place.
Yeah.
I think that's a cool. I love stories like that. Breaking Bad is the example.
yeah, because you have all these. Yeah, I'm still watching Better
What?
Call Saul and finishing it up on that season. Same
Fire.
director, but yeah, I noticed that it's always like you're following like three different people's stories. Like you get, I mean, like in Breaking Bad, you get Hank's story. You get, Walter's story. You get Jesse's story.
Pinkman, yeah.
Yeah. You get sometimes you get the wife's story.
Yeah, true.
Sometimes you get stories, dude. Sometimes you get
Gus's.
stories of random characters too.
I love when they
and
do
then
that.
you know what I'm saying?
That's my favorite. They did that in this too, though. Like they did that with the dude who was married to the girl at the church.
Oh yeah,
Very
yeah.
subtly. I love
Yeah.
stuff like that because, irrespective of the main quarrels between the two main characters,
Yeah.
you have this like dude who's like dealing with insecurities of his wife not really liking him,
Yeah.
and thinking these other dudes are cooler than him.
Yeah.
It's like, and then they
Well,
all
wasn't
converge.
that supposed to be his ex from before, and she ended up getting married?
Exactly. And she
Like-
kept saying, "Oh, you're not as good as like you know," or she kept
Yeah.
saying little
Yeah.
jabs, and I think that was
Yeah.
really, really cool. All right, on a scale from 1 or 0 to 12 daggers,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a. Ah, man, it's hard because I really enjoyed it. I want to give it 12, but I'm gonna give it 10 because I've seen better in the same genre.
What do you feel like it misses out on? Where could it improve?
I think that sometimes the characters are doing things that are, it's built upon this foundation that the characters are doing things that I don't think actual people would do, burning down someone's house or like,
Yeah.
it's built upon this, and that, I mean, obviously it's a show, right?
I thought David Cho's character was a little bit like,
Kind of outrageous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes, and you got to have that a little bit. You know, Tuco was that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, it's kind but
That's true.
But also there's shows that don't do that, and are also great.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
10
What
out
about you?
10 out of 12. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with 10 out of 12 as well. I mean, I think I really enjoyed it, and I another thing to me that took it away from being like an 11 or whatever is
Yeah.
just like the scale of the movie or the series.
Mm-hmm.
Like I feel like it did feel a little compressed, and maybe that's some of the
That was
to do
the
with the lens.
intention, right? But it's not Game of Thrones, is what you're saying. Like,
No, but I'm just saying like, like the Purge was. The Purge was an amazing concept, but then the Purge was just the whole concept was boiled down to
that one house.
one house.
Yeah.
So I felt like we didn't get a whole lot of I don't know how else to explain it, but the scale of it.
Yeah.
I like a bit more scale but
Let me ask you
that's
one
just
question before we move on about
Yes.
beef. Is that like, I like the title of the name, which is Beef.
Yeah.
Because it's first of all, I believe it's very hard to sell a limited series because companies make more money when they have a successful show that
Yep.
spans across multiple seasons. Do you think they're going to make Beef a Black Mirror or like more so American Horror Story type show where like we deal with different beefs?
I don't think so, because I don't think so. I mean, they might make a spin-off or a continuation of this one maybe, but
Yeah.
I don't think they'll just make it a series. Like maybe they will, but if I
It seemed
was
intentional in that case. Like it seemed like this is the story we want to tell.
right,
Yeah.
but I mean, like I don't know how much different it gets. Like if the whole core of the concept is like basically the same, even if they have
I see
different
what you're saying,
relationships,
yeah. They're really just
But-
squabbing at the
but
end
yeah,
of the day. Yeah. Good show.
But
Good
10,
show.
10 out of 12. 10 out of 12.
10 out of 12 from the Thick as Thieves podcast.
Yes.
Y'all hear
Yes.
it first. No, not first, but yeah. Anyways.
I don't know if they've picked up on this, but your boy got a ring on the left hand.
Nice ring. Where'd you get it?
Oh, David Yerman.
Is that really the? Dang,
Yeah.
it is fire. It looks like, you know what
You
it
like
reminds me of? It looks kind of Black Pantherish.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, you know.
Checks out.
You know what?
I really like that ring. That's tight. And the watch is cool,
Thank
too.
you, bruh. We might as well just show them some of this footage shot by Peerless, edited by your boy.
You edited it?
Yeah.
It's already done?
Well, no, not the whole thing. I'm not showing them the whole wedding film.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, check out some of David dancing like an idiot.
I got a view of the city she's never known. Down in the valley where nothing is set in stone. Ain't even gotta ask if she wanna go. Cause I bet she do. And I bet she do. And I bet she do. And I bet she do. Yeah. Look at that ice. Know you feeling right. And I bet she do. Sunrise, red eye, flight. She got plans, who I do by Japan. She don't sweat that black car, but she love my Benz. And I bet she do. When I pop out, I know she know what to do.
Nah, dude, the wedding was great, man.
Congrats.
You were out there, you know what I'm saying, doing
It was
your
fun,
dance
bro. It
moves.
was fun.
Yeah, dude.
How you feel now that you've been officially married for over a week?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it feels just kind of like the same, but that's only because we did, you know, me and Aliki have been together for 6 years. We've been living together for like 6 years.
My question
So,
is, why would you do it?
Why?
Yeah, because...
I was forced. No, I'm just playing.
No, for real.
No,
like,
why would I actually
it's
get
such an
married?
outdated, like...
You think marriage is outdated?
It's not traditional, bro. Why would you do it?
From a Christian perspective?
I'm joking.
That boy. No. Why would I do it? I mean, is that a real question?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a level of commitment, I think, that is necessary. You know, like having a ceremony and celebrating our love and stuff like that is really important. And though usually it comes with the idea of like post that, you know what I'm saying? You know, there's things that happen after that, you know, like living together or, you know, losing your virginity or whatever the case is. It's like, you know, we hit a bunch of those hurdles before. So there's not as much of a juxtaposition between like dating life and married life for us. I mean, we literally bought a house together and a car before we got married.
So what's marriage then?
Why not
it's
just
like
stay
a together
it's
as
a,
like...
I think it's a deepened sense of commitment. You know, and also I have, you know, we gathered all of our favorite people in one place. You know, and I know there's a religious context as well, you know what I'm saying? But just speaking for me specifically, you know, we gathered all our favorite people in one place. We kind of celebrated our love. We made vows to each other that we were going to, you know, there were public.
Celebration.
Right, and it was a celebration. And you know what I'm saying? You have rings that kind of like, you know what I'm saying? When wherever I'm at, you know, I can look at this and be a reminder of, you know, what I agreed to. You know what I'm saying? So
is it like, were you more of the... Let me ask you a question. Like, was it Aliki or you that was like more excited about the wedding in terms of planning?
in terms of planning the
You know,
wedding,
some people- there's
listen,
this
Aliki
juxtaposition.
planned like probably 96% of the wedding. I
Yeah.
picked up on a couple of things, but she's a project manager and she's way more organized than
Right.
I am. So
But you know, like,
she killed that.
you know, like, oftentimes it's like...
So I guess I was
women
more
have this,
excited
like,
because I didn't
idea.
have to do it.
Right. Well, you know, women, like, there's this idea that, like, girls are always thinking about their dream wedding day or their dream wedding.
Yeah.
Like, is it okay for, like, of course it is okay, but, like, have you ever had that thought? Like, or is it just something
Like,
kinda
is it
came?
going to meet my expectations?
No,
I don't know.
is that thought of, like, oh, I'm ready to get married, I can't wait to have the wedding? Was that something that came as a repercussion of, like, deciding to get married to Aliki, or is that something you've thought about before as a kid? You see what I'm
Me,
saying?
I thought about it a lot less than Aliki did.
Got you.
So I think, you know, and this is pretty general, but I think that there's probably more of that fantasy going on, like with women, like as a young girl, you know what I'm saying? She's told me that, you know, she used to think about like, who am I going to marry one day? Like that type of thing.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah, I
You
think,
didn't think like that.
Nah, I don't think so. I kind of was just, I mean, I was interested in like just boy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like it didn't really cross my mind, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I think when you look at like Disney princesses or something, you know, it's like there's this love component, you know what I'm saying? And like that's not really what clicked with me, or I think a lot of boys it doesn't click with, you know, I like Dragon Ball Z. There's no love interest really in Dragon Ball Z.
You know,
like it was just like I want to see people fight and
Yeah.
like cool stuff happen and like trucks and cars. You know what I'm saying?
I think there's just weird, like, I'm just speaking out loud, but I think there's just weird, like, you don't, like, guys are definitely interested in relationships, right?
sure.
Like, so
We need them.
we need them.
Yeah.
And I mean, I think women and men provide certain things for each other that is like, I think without it, it sucks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So what, like I think there's like, if men are interested in relationships, I wonder why is weddings or the dream wedding synonymous with a woman trait? Is it more? Are they more romantic? Is it the feelings based aspect? Like that's what I'm
think
more.
I think it probably is. I mean, you might have. I mean, taking the Christian perspective on relationships, I'm sure that you probably have some thoughts on that question. Like, I mean, I can give my perspective, but I'd love to hear yours.
I mean, dude, I think I want to get married. I think, but it comes more from a provider standpoint.
Okay.
I think I like the idea of really finding someone great, right? And being able to provide what I think. I mean, there's a purpose in that.
Yeah.
There's a purpose in having kids is like you're bringing into new life something that represents you and your family, but also is going to create something completely new, right? And I think there's an aspect of that in marriage. It's like I get to look on to something greater than myself. It's like the onboarding of selflessness a little bit.
Yeah.
Now you might have that before. You might have that before you get married, but I think when you fully commit, when you have a ring on the finger, and there's legalities involved as well, it's like it adds this other layer where you're like, you know what, bro, like I might have to, like I kind of like
really solidifies
this idea
like
that
moving.
my dad was doing, or this idea that my grandpa was doing. Like I'm like, let me go mow the grass. You know what I mean? Let me go build some tables and
So you like it for the responsibility that you get to step into.
It's the responsibility I get to step into because that responsibility brings on a feeling of more purpose. I already have
100%.
layers of purpose, right?
Yeah.
I already have layers of.
Yep.
I have a purpose to like build my career, religious
career.
purposes, but like, man, I get to, and then we create a purpose together by creating kids if that's what you want to do.
No, kids I think is where you get. I mean, kids turn around. A lot of people who don't have purpose have kids, and all of a sudden it all clicks. You know, you've seen tons of people turn their lives
You hear
around.
that, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When it's like, oh, now I like this being that is made of my DNA that I, carried or you know what I'm saying, or was a part of.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that person will die if I don't do a good job. And one of the most endearing things, I've seen this with a lot of my friends, and I think this is awesome to see, is whenever, somebody gets pregnant, you know what I'm saying? Like, in their relationship, like Casey and Kelly, when Kelly got pregnant, Casey went into full on focus mode. Like I love seeing men do that because a lot of men especially nowadays, with the single motherhood rate is way up. A lot of men are just totally dipping on that responsibility entirely.
Which is wild,
right?
bro.
Because it's a lot. It's a lot.
How do you
but
think you could do that? That's wild to me.
Yeah, that's insane. It's insane. But they're dipping on the responsibility because it's like, oh, I'm not ready to it's very selfish. It's very selfish. And
Very
it's
selfish.
And it's also, but it's crazy to me. This is a side note, but it's crazy to me that you engaged in you chose to engage in an activity and you just completely absolve your responsibility. Like that's like, bro, you
people do that all the time.
You're kind of
right?
bitch made, to be honest.
Truthfully, bro, like people do that. Like I want to go race 120 miles an hour on a public freeway, but then when I kill somebody, then it's like, you're engaging in something, understanding the consequences.
Yeah.
And I won't even label it as consequences. I mean, that's technically what it is.
Yeah.
But it's like, bro, I'm having sex, and then now she's pregnant, bro. At that, I feel like that is the most disrespectful thing is to bro, especially in the black community. I'll speak on it because I think it's so disrespectful. Is why are dudes hopping in, doing their thing, having fun, consensually with a woman, and then also you went as far as to either it was an accident, but you went as far as to not take enough precautions to prevent the baby. Yeah. And then when it happens, you're like, oh, I'm not ready yet. But you're not only abandoning a baby, but you're also just one person doesn't get to choose. Yeah. Which is crazy to me. Yeah. That is wild to me.
And also, though, I mean, there's a very high correlation between, not having a father present and it's something it's a crazy statistic, over 90% of men in prison didn't grow up with a father figure.
So
You know what I'm
there's a
saying?
direct
So
correlation
then it's
between,
like it's not only just like you absolving your responsibility. It's like now that kid has to grow, and like I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that too.
There's
That
trauma
don't
involved no
have
matter
good
what.
fathers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Good fathers or any father.
Yeah.
Like one of my best friends growing up, his dad died in a motorcycle accident when he was like 2 years old, and he struggled a lot. He's dealt with a lot in his life as a result of. I mean, that wasn't even a situation where his dad walked out or like did
Yeah.
anything like that. That was a situation where he just happened to pass away. But not having the father figure, you don't know how to orient yourself in a masculine way. You're not taught the types of things that.
Yeah.
So you have to. Those kids have to create their own version of what it means to be a man through things that they're experiencing, and like there's also all the hurt and stuff that is associated with that. So a lot of times it just leads into like, I don't know, weird spaces that is like
Well, if
they
you
need
don't know
both
how to-
role models. They need both.
Yeah,
people.
if you don't know how to be a man, you're like you said, you're drawing it from other places.
Yeah,
that
maybe
is
being a man to
inconsistent.
you is what I'm saying, getting revenge or or like.
Because
I don't know.
you'll find a manly figure in your life. Oftentimes, when you don't find a manly figure, I believe you end up probably being a little bit more sympathetic and more relatable to. I'm talking about guys specifically, more related to having conversations with women, being able to, there's a trait of itself in that. And I think that's what it's like not to have a mother. Is like you don't get to understand how a woman is thinking, and like like you might learn it later on, but like it's not going to be in your nature because you didn't have that motherly figure. Or I'll always say that with
I mean, it's
sisters as
hard
well.
to be honest. It's hard to even like conceptualize what it means to not have a mother. Just because even just biologically, it's like that's where you get your food from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you're a baby, and it's like
That
you were.
connection is
It's like the
there.
connection is crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
you were literally like you spent 9 months becoming
Yeah.
a baby. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
And
like
you gotta get, and that connection is completely lost from the top. Bro, you just released a song with the boy Dues,
okay, yeah, radio hit.
a radio hit. How's it doing right now?
I think it's over 10,000 in the first weekend.
Let's go.
On Spotify. So we're going. Oh, we want to show
Check
them a
the
clip?
This ain't even radio, it's not for the faint of heart. This isn't for networks, it ain't about a check, it ain't about playing parts.
It ain't about doing donuts in the parking lot outside the government building to show 'em who's really getting it. It ain't about diamonds, it's really glistening, but it's about
About time that we start listening. How about putting attention on self-reflection and try helping yourself to gain new perspective and let go of that ego you think you're special? How about treating each day like it was a blessing and start leading these people to feed depression? If it ain't about a message of being better, seeking better, I don't want to hear none of it. You get on Twitter to air it out like we need to hear your perspective. Otherwise you at home neglecting your relationship fall apart. You lash out in the wrong direction. You let purpose in my confession is I'm taking my own advice when I'm really focused. No, it's not for the radio.
So I have a ranking for you. I want you to rank the top 3 weirdest movies.
Top 3 weirdest movies?
Yes, weird.
Okay, weirdest
Strange.
movies. All right, there's a lot of weird movies, right? Like, you got a lot of. It's uncountable. You got movies that probably never make it to the theaters that are weird. But I'm gonna give my top 3 weirdest movies that are also actually pretty good.
Okay.
I think we talked about Beau is Afraid in one of our episodes, right? So I think Beau is Afraid is up there. I'm not gonna put them in any particular order. Beau is Afraid is crazy, crazy, stupid, weird. Then I'm gonna go into the Poughkeepsie tapes, which is almost horror territory. Pretty much the Poughkeepsie tapes follows this fake documentary of this serial killer in this town called Poughkeepsie, some city, some other state or whatever, Poughkeepsie, and it follows a serial killer who he kidnaps women, and there's like literally like 300 to 400 tapes or something like that of him, what he did to these people. He has this one girl who like is the only girl who escaped.
Oh, it's like playing the tapes.
Yes.
Like of all
they're
these.
playing the tapes in the documentary where they're talking about this serial killer who was never caught. And
That's
but it's the
crazy.
stuff that he does to one of the
Is
victims.
this a real story or is this a?
It's a fake. It's a mockumentary.
Okay.
But what he's doing to one of the girls in the tapes, she's the only one who ever escaped, is so odd and disturbing. It's weird. It's like uneery to watch. It's very eerie to watch. But pretty much you should go watch it. Poughkeepsie tapes. If you want to see a girl who falls in love with her serial killer just based off pure like torture. Like she doesn't know of a world.
Wow.
Where she isn't his slave.
That's crazy.
It's very odd. The third one is got to be The Lobster. Weird movie.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen that?
I know The Lobster. Yeah. I watched it on a flight.
Did you?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, we might have been on the same flight.
Well, that director's made a lot of crazy movies that are just kind of based in this mystical, weird kind of dialogue. It's almost like Wes Anderson, but in a dark humor way.
Okay.
And it's pretty much The Lobster follows a weird culture where you have to find love, and if you don't find love, you get turned into an animal. Yeah, and it's very odd. Crazy movie.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Very strange.
Yeah, but I got a rank for you. So I want you to rank the hardest rap/hip hop bars that you have ever heard.
Like a top 3?
Heard, yes. Yeah, top 3.
Oh, hardest rap bars I've ever heard. Without scouring all the areas of my brain, I'm gonna give the ones that come to mind first. For my number 3, I'm gonna go with a rap battle bar by Rone. He was rap battling this dude who was like Middle Eastern or something, but he was kind of ethnically ambiguous. That was part of the angle that he took on it. And
Same.
And Rone said, "I'm a Ginzu if you're a Hindu. I hope you got that. I'll cock back and open palm smack for every arm your God has. Or I'll crack his egg if he Islam. Homie, that's what we like. Sunni side up, yeah, homie, I'm the Shiite." And I was like, yo, this dude is going crazy.
Wait, he said that in the battle rap?
Yeah, that was like dude. He was going stupid.
Dang, that's crazy.
Rona's really clever. He works for Barstool Sports now, which is
Is he still making music, or is he just freestyle?
I think I actually just saw a recent. No, yeah, he doesn't make music that I know of, but he's a battle rapper, dude. He's cold.
That's a hard line.
Okay, number 2, I'm gonna go with Fred the Godson, R.I.P. He had a line. I don't remember the setup line, but he said, "It'll be Pinocchio in reverse. The snub nose come out, then you lie."
Wait, it'll be Pinocchio in...
Like basically if you I don't know, it's something like you threaten him or whatever, it'll be Pinocchio in reverse, the snub nose come out, then you lie.
Bro.
You see what I'm
lie,
saying?
like double entendre, like...
Yeah, no, but it's layered, so it's like the snub nose is a weapon, right? Snub nose gun, then you lie on the ground, you know what I'm saying? But the snub nose come out first. It comes out first. That's before crazy. You lie, Pinocchio in reverse.
That's who again?
Fred the Godson.
Fred the Godson. He's not
I can't even remember what song that was from, to be honest, but I remember that line always stuck with me. I'm like, that's unbelievable. Yeah, he died from COVID.
R.I.P., bro.
They
put that on his tombstone.
Yeah, that bar was hard. And for my number 1, dude, just because I'm an artist, I gotta throw a Nate Rose one in there. You know what I'm saying? And like, if I don't believe in myself, who will? You know what I mean? So I just gotta throw a bar.
Before you go though, my favorite Nate Rose bar, riding around by myself, just that, because I don't like riding with this man. All right, my bad. Go ahead.
Just the most like standard thing I could say. I'm riding around by myself.
You ain't got no homies. Bro.
Nah, I do like this bar that I had. I got tons of bars. I got tons of bars. I'm just gonna select one. I'm just going to.
You're gonna pick it out of a bucket.
Yeah. I mean, I've got hits, so I'll just pick one.
Okay, pick your favorite.
This is from Timeless. I said I was talking about a girl. I said she's dashing, but she always break her word. She's a motherfucking hyphen. So so like dashing. Then another layer one, but dashing like beauty.
What song?
But she always break her word. It's Timeless with Josh Lambert.
Bro, Josh Lambert. I remember that song.
Yeah. We shot
the little. Yeah, I remember you saying that. Yeah. It's crazy.
But yeah, she's dashing, but she always break her word. She's a hyphen.
You got any more?
More bars?
Language bars.
Language bars?
Yeah, like I like that one a lot.
Oh, Jaron Benton says in one of his bars, he goes, "Nalakum malakum pla." I ain't say a word.
He did do that, bro.
Yeah, he said something like, "I'm speaking Spanish." Yeah, he said he's speaking Spanish, and then he goes, "Nalakum malakum pla." I ain't say a word. Like you say,
yo,
crazy.
Real quick, we decided not to do an artist spotlight this time, but real quick, Jaron Benton, bro, he's kind of
shout out Jaron Benton.
He kind of got. I feel like I haven't heard from him in a while. He still makes music.
Yo, shout out Kato. Kato is crushing it too. His producer.
Really?
Yeah. So
no, I've heard him talk about him in the track or his beat tag.
Kato on a track.
Yeah, his beat tag.
Jaron Benton did that, but Kato right now, he had like one of the top songs on Instagram Reels. He's producing and he's making a lot of content. Like he's really acclimated to the content world. So
I feel like
shout out Kato, dude, crushing it, man.
Man, what an era Funk Volume was. That was an era. I ain't got nothing to say about
dude. Shout out Dame too, my guy Dame.
You talked with him, right?
Yeah. No, that's my dude. Like shout out Dame. He got me plugged in with BeatStars, and that kind of led to some other stuff.
Bro, I feel like Funk Volume had an impact on that like 2013, 2004, 2013 era, like they really
Bro, they were
hit
the
ground.
model for independent rap for real because
Yes.
they were really creating like a culture and a movement, and they were on tour, and they had all these. I remember there were all these little tactics that they used to use in order to promote their shows and stuff, and like
They did something special.
yeah,
They did something special in making people feel like they were a part of something growing. You don't get that often.
100%. That's hard to do. It's hard to do, I think, because there has to be something compelling about it, and you have to be consistent enough that people can latch onto it. The communication channels have to be good. You have to have clever ways to get people activated. Like I'm always scheming on those types of things. But it's like I had the Discord for a period of time, and I was doing game nights with my fans and stuff that deepens it.
Bro,
But
that
like,
was so fun. Yeah.
right, but then, and you know about the Discord situation too with your
That was fun.
channel.
I remember we were doing that. Yeah.
But like then,
People were engaged with
life
that.
happens, you know what I'm saying? And then we kind of like, I haven't picked up the Discord in a minute, but like we're always trying to think of ways to engage with our core audience, But it's tough, man, with social medias keep changing their algorithms, and you have so many different social medias. I got audiences on different platforms, and they want different things. And the file formats we upload are different, and there's a different voice to each one.
Let me ask you this.
So-
What are you have Funk Volume, right? What are some other groups that made people feel that way? I know, I would say
like,
artists.
Independent or just groups
Just in
that
general. Obviously, we had,
there's
there's
tons of artists that
but like
do
you're
that.
the most prominent ones you can think about. I feel like Funk Volume's up there for me because I was behind that movement. But like, what is it? NWA? Like, right? What's those? What are those groups?
Man, I mean, that's way before my time, like as far as me being able to experience that.
Yeah.
But NWA had culture
probably
in
the
a
largest.
chokehold.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't
I don't know Outkast. I mean,
I was getting ready to say that.
yeah,
Nate,
but I actually don't know because Outkast was like huge and popular, and they made awesome music. They're amazing, and they have a huge fan base. But I don't know if they ever were championed as like coming up. If they, I mean, maybe they did with that kind of the Atlanta sound.
No, you don't remember when Andre went on stage, bro. After they didn't want him there, they didn't want any Southern rappers. Southern rap was corny. He went on stage and he goes, "The South got something to say." You don't remember that?
Yeah, okay.
He went up there and did that. He ushered in Southern hip. You got Big Crit now. You got T.I. You got all these people who are Southern rappers.
Yeah. No, I think that's something different. I think I just took it.
I see what you're saying.
Like if they're putting somebody on, like I get that. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think there is something so beautiful. I'll just make a quick point on this.
Yeah.
I think there's something so beautiful about getting to experience a type of energy that only exists one time in one room. Like when I was at the Toby Nwigwe concert at Bonnaroo, you had that. It was like,
oh, gotcha.
It was everybody. You had this hive mind of everybody realizing together that we're experiencing something great. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I've been to shows before, whether it's shows or like, I mean, there's all kinds of areas that this can exist. You know what I'm saying? But like, can you imagine being at like the best comedy show that's ever happened at this one room? Like where people were, like Joe Rogan talks about Joey Diaz saying he's never seen anyone kill harder than Joey Diaz when he was just going off. His set just completely broke and he was just talking shit. Or like Bill Burr.
Joey Diaz, the older dude?
Joey Diaz is the big, where's he from? I think he's from like,
he's a strong accent, right?
Yeah.
Older guy, yeah.
Yeah, older dude,
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
He's like,
funny,
you
bro.
fucking suckers.
He had that one specific moment where he was like crying
Bleep that
over
out,
his
please.
daughter. He was crying over his kids because he didn't get to see him that much. I seen that clip. That was wild. He was on someone else's podcast. I believe it was Schultz or something like that.
Okay.
But he was talking about not being able to see his kids often.
Yeah.
Crazy. Anyways, side story.
You ever seen that Bill Burr, the moment that made Bill Burr famous?
Where he was. Moment?
Yeah, I think, now I may be misrepresenting this, but the moment that made Bill Burr famous was a show, I think he was in, I don't know if it was in Pittsburgh or whatever, but basically it was a really tough crowd, and the guy who came out before him, apparently they were like not messing with him or whatever.
Dang.
And the dude comes back and he's like, this is a real tough crowd, like good luck, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
Bill Burr
how does that even happen? They're going to see comedy.
I know, but I guess sometimes, man, people just it's just different cultures, different cities have different cultures.
Maybe it's the energy. It's like the opposite energy of that where you were talking about. When you, like it's weird.
Yeah.
It's like people get, it's like hive-minded.
Yeah.
Anyways, side note. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah, but so anyway, Bill Burr goes up there and I think he started doing some jokes and it wasn't hitting and nobody was laughing, and basically at some point he just realized what he was doing wasn't working, and he had like 11 minutes left of his set. So he starts just talking shit about their city and the people in their city. He goes, you guys are a bunch of idiots, like blah blah. He was like, oh, you know, I come here and like y'all came to a comedy show and you know, and bro, so he just starts roasting them in their city and all this, and he goes, y'all gonna have to sit through this for 11 minutes. And so every time he gets to like a time signature, he's like talking shit, boom, and then he'll be like 9 minutes, and then he's like saying it, you know what I'm saying? He's doing all this stuff, and he's like. Dude, 6 minutes.
Bro, he
like,
lived through one of those imaginary things you used to think about of you being like the ultimate hero.
Yeah.
Remember you used those little trains of thoughts you used to go through in middle school or something?
Bro, he wins them over.
What?
He wins them over, bro. Like, he goes for 11...
Is this clip online? Can I go...
Yeah, you can listen to it online. Through the course of that, bro, he gets basically a standing ovation at the end. Because it was like, he
Jamie,
just
can we
switched
pull
it
that
up.
clip up?
Yeah, Jamie, do you mind?
No, he gets a standing ovation?
I mean, they went crazy. They went crazy, yeah.
Bro, that's a
But I mean, imagine just
comeback.
witnessing that live. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's only... And bro, like sometimes it's these small... I'll give you one more example of the energy. John Bellion concert that I met my wife at. Like, John Bellion, 600 cap room. All the songs, when he performs live, he comes with a full band and does like a whole bunch of different things. Like, there's a lot of moments. But he does different musical renditions of his music, so you get a one-of-one experience.
I did not know that about John Bellion.
Yeah.
He does, so you get...
You never hear the
like
songs as they
an
are.
acoustic version, but he does it in all many different
They
ways.
sound completely different. Like, they don't sound the same at all.
Talk about value for your money.
Yeah, like you're getting a one-of-one live experience.
That's what I
But
want.
also, it was so good, and you're witnessing it. I think there's something so beautiful about the small venues, because you're seeing it. You shouldn't be seeing it. It's almost like I'm one of 500 people here, and this person is going to be massive. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just getting to experience like this level of show and quality right now. Like, we're all doing it's amazing.
You know what, that you showed me this one time, a clip. You know what I'm talking
Suicide Boys? Is that
No,
the one you're talking
is
about?
I'm talking about the one where that energy was created. Now, there's stardom involved, but you had something that you just described it. You said something that you're seeing that you don't feel like you're supposed to be seeing is when Drake came out at that small venue.
That was a hard one.
I cannot believe. Imagine being there.
Yes.
Because the
Yes.
thing is, like, everyone's there to go see this artist and they love that artist. They also love Drake.
Yeah.
And then Drake comes out, 500 cap room. Bro, I could imagine the type of. Let me give you the real quick. I'll make it fast. Let me give you the movie equivalent of like that Tobin Igwe concert that you went to, where you felt like the energy was unmatched. People were just going well, there's the Belcourt Theater in Nashville. Shout out to the Belcourt in Nashville. They're still championing indie filmmakers, and they have they have church pews as their seats. Check it out, Belcourt, Nashville, tight, love what you're doing. But they still project 35, right? And they had the 2001 A Space Odyssey playing, remastered in 4K, and this was all a project that was funded and produced by Christopher Nolan. He was trying to save Kodak film because it was a dying practice at the time, so he did this whole release of some of his favorite movies. Wow. And it was 2001 Space Odyssey, remastered in 4K, and the audio was re-engineered. Bro, I don't know what the Belcourt has speaker-wise. Bro, there's an old dude next to me, and one of the loudest movies you ever watched is 2001 Space Odyssey. There's a lot of orchestras and just crazy, like they have a lot of weird noises, like stings and like just crazy. And let me give you some context. The movie is incredible, but I was sitting next to this dude, right, old dude, and a friend of mine was there, Corey, and then another person was there next to me at the time, and like I was sitting there and we're watching the movie, and it was the scene where they see the spacecraft for the first time, or the monolith for the first time, and it's like this orchestra and screams happening, and this dude goes, no, like I'm not exaggerating at all. The old dude next to me, bro. The 2001 Space Odyssey. Went, like that.
That's
literally
clipping
did
for
that. I looked at him because my ears were hurting too, but this old dude probably had a hearing aid or something in, and it exploded. His eardrums. And I was like, bro, why are y'all playing this movie that loud?
Bro, and
Best movie experience I ever had, but yeah, that's
and then, bro, he died.
That old dude probably...
He's like, we're just laughing at his expense. Like, he had the most pain. Like, his recollection was like, your recollection is 2001 A Space Odyssey was an amazing movie remastered at the Belcourt. And he goes, there's one time I went to see a movie and my ears exploded.
You know what's funny though is he was by himself. 2001 Space Odyssey came out when he was a kid. So he was having an incredible experience. And he goes, why the hell did they upgrade this audio to this volume?
Oh my gosh. Well, hey,
Anyways.
we kind of went all over the place, but we're back, thick as thieves.
Oh, dude. That's
Yeah, bro.
funny, bro. That's
Yeah,
funny.
bro. Well, I think that's a good podcast episode. We in here.
We in here.
Fuck up.
Yeah, baby, need top 5 when I'm done going mental. Yeah, I'm locked in, you can peep my credential, man, the lab all winter. All summer, yeah, I went dumb, now I'm about to go dumb.